The relationship between the United States and Russia began with early diplomatic exchanges and the significant Alaska Purchase in 1867, a transaction that initially seemed beneficial to both empires. The 1917 Russian Revolution and the rise of Bolshevism drastically altered the dynamic. The U.S. initially refused to recognize the Soviet government for many years, viewing it with suspicion. Despite ideological differences, World War II forced an unlikely alliance. The U.S. and Soviet Union united against Nazi Germany, forming a crucial partnership that ultimately defeated the Axis powers. The post-war peace quickly dissolved. Winston Churchill's Iron Curtain speech in 1946 symbolized the emerging ideological divide, marking the beginning of the Cold War. Both superpowers embarked on a terrifying nuclear arms race, accumulating vast arsenals of weapons, each side fearing a devastating first strike from the other. The rivalry extended into space. The Soviet Union's Sputnik launch shocked the U.S., igniting the space race, a competition for technological and scientific supremacy. The Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962 brought the world to the brink of nuclear war. For 13 tense days, humanity held its breath as the US and USSR stared each other down. Following the crisis, a period of détente emerged in the 1970s. Both nations sought to ease tensions, leading to arms control treaties and increased cultural exchanges. Détente ended abruptly with the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. The US condemned the action, boycotting the Moscow Olympics and supplying aid to Afghan mujahideen. President Ronald Reagan intensified the Cold War rhetoric, famously labeling the Soviet Union an evil empire and initiating a massive military buildup, including the Strategic Defense Initiative. Mikhail Gorbachev's rise to power brought new hope. His policies of glasnost and perestroika aimed to reform the Soviet system, leading to closer ties with the West. The symbolic end of the Cold War came with the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. This monumental event signified the collapse of Soviet influence in Eastern Europe. In 1991, the Soviet Union formally dissolved, marking the official end of the Cold War and ushering in a new era of independent states and a changed global landscape. The immediate post-Cold War years saw a period of optimism and cooperation. Russia and the U.S. collaborated on arms reduction, space projects, and economic initiatives. The rise of Putin in Russia gradually saw a shift. As Russia sought to reassert its global influence, points of friction between the U.S. and Russia began to emerge. Conflicts in Georgia, 2008, and Ukraine, 2014-2022, highlighted growing geopolitical tensions. The U.S. condemned Russian actions, leading to a breakdown in trust. Allegations of Russian cyber warfare and interference in U.S. elections further strained relations, adding a new dimension to their complex rivalry. Today, the relationship is characterized by intense rivalry across multiple domains: military, economic, and ideological, reminiscent of Cold War dynamics. The U.S. has imposed numerous economic sanctions on Russia in response to its actions, impacting its economy, but also creating global economic ripple effects. The future of U.S.-Russia relations remains uncertain, heavily influenced by global events, leadership decisions, and the ongoing pursuit of national interests by both powerful nations.